Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video, and today we're going to be talking about shooters. I got some first person and third person shooters here. Now I'm not sure if a lot of you guys know about these games. I'm pretty sure there's a few of them that are kind of hidden on here. Some of them are maybe more popular, but I do want to just talk about them a bit, just maybe get some more people into them. One game on here I think is pretty controversial to be added to this list, but I'll let you guys talk about it in the comments. But I love first person and third person shooters. I prefer third person over first person. I'm not privy to motion sickness or nothing like that, but still, I like seeing my character pretty much. So, but anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get right into it. World War Z Aftermath. So if you guys don't know about the World War Z games, they're very similar to games like Left 4 Dead, just without the motion sickness. These are third person shooter games, and now they're actually first person shooter because they added that feature in this new version of the game. And if you have the original version of the game, you can also download this pack. I'm trying very hard to get Joel and my other friends to play it. Well, to kind of replace this game as our go-to game, because our go-to game right now is actually Dead by Daylight, and I'm fucking tired of that game, man. It's too much hiding and running, man. I want to fight back. So trying to get those guys to get more into this game. Hopefully that will happen. Hopefully you guys can help me out. But anyways, this game is co-op fun at its finest. I really like this game, and I love that it adds the 2 new episodes you could try out. I feel like the game is well rounded now with what's added to the game. But anyways, guys, if you haven't played this game, definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun. I feel like it's better than the old school Left 4 Dead. I just feel like it just has a lot more to offer. But anyways, guys, if you haven't picked this one up yet, definitely keep it on your radar.
This cold is killing me. Need to find heat.
Hazmat suit is on the ground.
We at the waypoint. What do we do?
Here's 10,000 bullets. I have no idea why this game didn't come out to America officially, but still, I'm happy this game exists. So, the best way for me to describe this game, I feel like it's like, if you ever seen that movie Hard Boiled with a Chow Yun-fat, it's like that mixed with a little bit of Cowboy Bebop. But not only that, it's like dance moves pretty much. Like you're like dancing with the guns. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it's like Devil May Cry or nothing like that, but it's like, I don't know, it's just very stylistic, I would say, when it comes to like how you pull off like certain kills and certain moves on your enemies. You'll be pulling off some crazy stunts in this game, so a lot of impressive things will happen. Crazy boss fights, it's all over the place, but that's the charm this game has. So you'll be pulling off crazy combos if you're good. Luckily, you only have to stick with guns. You don't have to like worry about like swords or anything like that, like Devil May Cry, but still, it's out there. Now, the best way to play this game, I feel like people should play it probably through an emulator to save themselves the money, because the game is a bit pricey. I think it was going for almost like $100 the last time I looked. So unless money's no object to you right now, I would just play it on emulator. But if you want a physical, and which I know you guys do want, go for it. I definitely think it's worth it. 25 to life. Man, I had so much fun playing this game back in the day. So pretty much, this was the game that kind of got me into multiplayer games. Even though it wasn't well received, the whole aspect of cops versus robbers I just thought that was really cool. So anyways, reason I picked this version up was because the game is still playable online with original Xbox hardware. I don't know all the steps, but man, I had to pick it up because I saw somebody streaming it, and I was like, wow, you guys are still playing this game. This is insane. I remember playing this game back in the day. Now, when I played it back in the day, there's a bunch of cheaters because I was playing on the PS2. You guys remember stuff like Codebreaker and Game Shark. Well, yeah, those codes worked when you went online, and all you saw when you go online is people getting tased to death. It was insane. But besides the story mode in the game, the online mode I would play the most was the cops versus robbers one, which I forgot what it was called, but pretty much if you played the robbers, you would pretty much obviously rob the bank and try to get away before the cops got there. And if you were the cops, you would try to stop them from getting away. Those are really fun. And playing on Xbox, you know there are going to be fair matches going on. Well, there may be cheaters, but it won't be as bad as how it was on the PS2 with the Game Shark and Codebreaker. But anyways, I just want to feel nostalgic playing this game online again. I had a lot of fun with it, and that's why I picked it up for this video.
Don't move! Drop the gun now!
Back 4 Blood was a game I almost did not purchase. Now, I played Left 4 Dead back in the day. I loved that game. But this game is pretty much the spiritual successor to that series. You could actually call this game Left 4 Dead 3. But no, it's Back 4 Blood. And this game is freaking awesome. It does everything Left 4 Dead did back in the day, but just it cranks it up. Like there's weapon upgrades now. There's all kind of cool perks you can use during the levels and stuff like that. Buying stuff before missions. It's great stuff, and it really keeps you hooked. And the characters are really likable. It's just like has everything going for this one. And I love how the game starts you at a HUD, like your own base in the beginning of the game, and you kind of like go there, go on missions, look at certain things you've collected, and meet other characters. It's like really cool stuff. Game has a likable cast, which I like, and the missions are just like really reminiscent to the old school Left 4 Dead. I like that this game has boss fights over the original Left 4 Dead games. Never really had boss fights, except kind of like on those final levels when you were trying to survive. This game actually has a boss meter, and as you can see here, I'm fighting the ogre. And what's funny about fighting this thing was that like I got him to a certain point and at his health, and then he left, and he appeared later in the level, which I thought was pretty cool. So definitely a cool feature they have in this game. This game is full of surprises. It's just every gameplay, every time you play it, you know, it's going to be a different experience. You know, just the way the director will throw the monsters at you, which is always fresh. So anyways, guys, definitely check out Back 4 Blood.
Glad you got my back, man. Damn, you stink.
Ammo cache here.
This just stinks. They're all around me.
Here is Control Ultimate Edition. So I was really excited when this first came out, and I believe I got it on sale maybe around Black Friday 2020, I would say. And I got a pretty good portion through this game, but this game is confusing as hell. Like, you know, like what to do next and where to go sometimes. At least for me it was. It may not be like that for other people. For me, it got to that point where I kind of put it down, but I want to pick this one back up again. So hopefully that will happen soon. I got through a good portion of this game, I believe. So, you know, don't want it to go to waste. But just, man, I just wish that sometimes that, you know, like some of the objectives were like more like, I don't know, like transparent, I would say. You know, sometimes I think I'm doing something right and it just doesn't activate or something like that. At least that's how it was with my first experience, but it still is a solid game. It was very interesting. The whole concept of the building, like kind of shifting in different dimensions and stuff like that was pretty cool. And I like the main character a lot. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this game. I know I shouldn't give up on it, so I definitely will hopefully have a future update about me completing it. Here's the Saboteur, and I noticed that Pandemic had made this game. This is one of their last games they made before the studio was shut down, unfortunately. If you don't know who they are, They are the company that made the Mercenaries games. I believe they work on the Star Wars Battlefront games as well. They were a really good company, but gameplay-wise, you're dealing with another sandbox game just like Mercenaries. But unfortunately, in this game, you don't have the cool airstrikes like you did in that game. But what's included in this game is actually a really good story and lovable characters. As you can see what footage, the game takes place in France, occupied by Germans, and you join the French resistance trying to, well, mainly your character joins them because he wants to avenge his friend who got killed in the war. So that's pretty much what's going on in the game as far as like story with the main characters driven by. But I also want to mention too that this was Pandemic's last game before they closed their doors. It's really sad because I feel like with games like this, they really had like a really long future, especially in the PS3 era or the 7th generation era. But that's how it goes sometimes. Games don't make the sales or just get popular enough and the studios fold. But at least we know they left us with a gem. You could even say this is a hidden gem.
In for a fucking pound.
So if you guys remember, Area 51 was published by Atari for the arcade, and that was a rail shooter with like... it was digitized FMV, I believe, and it was like a rail shooter. It was a pretty fun game in spurts, but I mean, nowadays, yeah, you know what? It's still fun. But a developer at Midway called Midway Austin decided to make a reimagination of the game. So pretty much you play as a cleanup crew for Area 51, and I think the character's name was Ethan. And pretty much he is voiced by David Duchovny. You guys remember him from The X-Files. You know, he has this real laid-back voice for the main character. Is pretty hilarious. And Nolan North is actually in the game as well. He plays, if I remember right, he plays as some major guy. I can't remember. But anyways, guys, this game was really like popular on the PS2. The reason why it was more popular than the Xbox version because the Xbox had a lot of first-person shooter games on its system, so it got lost in the bunch. But as far as the PS2, man, this game stood out, and it was really a lot of fun back in the day, seeing people play it online as well. But if you're trying to follow the story in this game, the story gets weird. It is interesting, but it's very hard to follow. But you're not, well, you are in it for the story, but the gameplay is really where it's at. So definitely keep your eye out for this game if you haven't played it. The reason I got the Xbox version because I found out that it was backwards compatible with the 360 and Xbox Series X, Xbox One, all that stuff. So I figured the game would look a lot better on those systems, and maybe they probably still have some online support somehow. I'm not really sure. But anyways, guys, yeah, if you see it on PS2 or Xbox, definitely pick this one up.
Okay, we got it. We found the generator room. We'll have it up in no time.
Right! We're eliminated!
I think I've got control of it from here. Cole, find the control system for the power. It should be up on that catwalk. Hold on, Cole. Resetting power now. Lines rerouted. Cole, turn the generator back on. Captain, McCann here. The power is up and we're heading back.
All right, guys, so hopefully you found at least one game on this list, or more than that, hopefully, that you guys will take interest in. You know, this game list, I felt like these were some games that just really don't get really talked about, at least from what I've seen. Hopefully more people are playing Back 4 Blood or maybe even World War Z with the fixes those games have had. But yeah, you guys let me know in the comments which games that you were interested in this list. That's all I got for you in this video. Thanks for watching. Radical Reggie, and I will see you all later.